Who said it was something? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have them. I'm just going to have here. Okay. I'm going to just come out. I'm going to go to the touch them. But I think we always see them. Let me jump around. What is happening? Some here. That's the old guy. The general. What is happening? Some here. What's happening here? I have put himself with the young. What's happening here? Oh, I said the bullet to prove. Who brought the Once the town is one of the they don't hear one airport. Police man at you. Women don't hear one airport. Stand at your commercial. For information center, I want to prove what is the one partner. Who drive on the time. What will punch you? Also, Bolani to prove of the two, but I don't stand up for my pastor. And a permanent one who must have fun. One man have fun. But some penny. Stand out here. You will bring it. How will you? Yeah, what? Hey, master. Hold on. Who said it was something? I'm going to have them. I'm going to have them. I'm just going to have here. Okay. I'm going to just come out. I'm going to touch them. But I think we always see them. Let me jump around. What is happening? Some here. That's the old guy. The general. What is happening? Some here. What's happening here? I have put himself with the young. What's happening here? Oh, I said the bullet to prove. Who brought the enemy? Once the town is one of the they don't hear one airport. Police man at you. Women don't hear one airport. Stand at your commercial. For information center, I want to prove what is the one partner. Who drive on the time. What will punch you? bolé ni tu ko fi ku bi ba ye mo ska na pa mo ba ni pa sala e ba pe me ne wa unu ma sala kwan unu ma ka fu kwan ko ni ska ma me na me ko dale ko ni ska ya boa ko ni ska ma sa oh no now you will be back hey what there about you don't know you don't know you don't know some oh what you see who said it person oh about me happen about me happen and sana what's going on here okay remember about this just can oh you need to let's touch them me just can but they could always see from la fête on prend what is happening avec some here mais je n'ai pas ah what is happening some here what is happening here à chaque fois comme ça vous devez dire what is happening some here oh actually the bullet into crew o pra o dia na what the town is what does that come from they don't know where come from police man at you we don't know where come from sana joy from me business for information center I want to go what is that one part put drive on the chat what will punch you also bullet into crew go fi ku bi ba ye mo ska na pa mo ba ni pa sala e ba pe me ne wa unu ma sala kwan unu ma ka fu kwan some penny. Yes, stand out here. You will bring it. How will you? Come on. Come on. Yeah, what? Hey, master. Oh, no. Now you will be back. Hey, what there about you? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Someone's in there. Oh, what is it? Who said it person? Oh, about me happen. About me happen. And sana what's going on here? Okay. Remember, about this just can oh you need to let's touch them me just can but they could always see from la fête on prend what is happening avec some here mais je n'ai pas
na watama ya pamoja si ya pamoja ya tiwa school na ni mwari musa soja nini na police ni ndi moto amuti moto na police ni suku moto cross no kusana sana no so ananti si moto ana waso wan share helmet na share na dia asuma ana police ni say si asuma say na ngo ni ni tintina ananti si wo ni no so soja ni waso wan chira dia chira say wo ye soja ni mani wo yi ni fu ni na idi ni wo fu ni so be chira wo to de chira na mo se da tie wo yan police ni ba ko aka no ayi fun to yi fun wo yan say ni ba tu ni say police for good pa ni mo enya kuma to mo si o mo say aso wo yan na chira ya we so ta ni we chi no e wo ya chi na mo di tio no
no o mo chi soja ni no
to mo di tio no apa na we de ko no na we di abo no to we ya no we ya sana se ohura ga we sana se no je to so mi ansa no ye e ke no pan ko fo ni sa ba ko ko ke ani ohuru ti ansa ni onye soja ni da ofra amma hu se no no so yi fu ha na shi no on de ne ba nti ani ba 20 so na to the soja fo ni aba ha na ma ani ba so le ni ba
let's say udi adanse say aposifo no abu soja ni no
so no to ma mo na mo ya drop omobo
soja ni no na yenya ne tiese no hye hye na ne hye no
omo che na omo ka mota ya na
e ba ahasele die ne si ye udi akiri ba ye
soja so ne ba ha de ye begini ne mu za ba ko ne komanda na wura no wafofo se hu ya tan to ko e posto wo asia ho no na ye o ma mi ya nwura mi agina e chira ho no
e tu betimi aka se na aposifo no abu soja ne di edituo no ka
tio pempem
okay abusuafo we eye de ekoso ewo eye Swame runabout eye sorry police station eye yenuanom asojafo ene aposifo ene onom ede ebo ani ewo eye Swame police station no we ene de ekoso eni aba na wa hade na hu ye
ya be si ya nim ne hu ya se ya ankofo ne sa aboka no
ha ne ya ankofo ne sa
soja ni no na switchi brand moja sina na switchi ni fi moja to no kwa bodu access wonye police for no hwe no ma chena nsuo ni nya onu soja ni no
soja ni bodia
oh because na ya on ne ya ntema ni yi ni ID card kwa kire wo mu so ye soja ni tina na dan for the colleague ni ba kokura edi motor ba no ka chen say the accident so onko kan kire wo mu say ya chen
not affected by the supposed WhatsApp shutdown for some Android operating systems, of course, and also iOS, which takes effect actually today, November 1, 2021. In fact, it's all part of the information that we have for you today. We'll be delving much into that particular one. And this evening in the studios, I have Eugene Osei with me and our very own barrister, Patrick Atodadzi. Yes, he's also in the studio with us tonight to delve into the issues. And so you be our guest wherever you are. If you are driving home, if you're having dinner, if you're hanging out with your friends, if you are in school, if you're having a very easy time, why don't you log on to Love 99.5 FM on our Facebook page and get to watch us live on YouTube, LUVTV. Listen to us on the My Joy Online app or the Adom Online app, and would always be good to go. Now, a lot of things have happened over the week, and so we'll be sharing them with you. But even before we do that, we like to let you also know some of the highlights for today. And like I said, we played the Jabin voice where the MC is asking for money he paid to certain assembly members, and they still rejected him. Why they did that, only God knows. But something also happened, and it's quite sad. 17 persons lost their lives at Abofor Camp or Abofor Forest. That's on the Kumasi Techiman stretch. This dawn around 3:30 a.m. And the accident occurred, and it involved a man diesel truck with registration number GS 4339-17, which actually collided head-on with a Kumasi Dabuya bound Mercedes Sprinter bus with registration number GT 6075-15. GT 6075-15. Yes, the truck was traveling from Kumasi to Techiman. It was fully loaded with logs, and it's said to have veered off its lane, colliding with this particular bus. Now, the sad thing is that amongst the people who died, we understand 10 of them are little children. Omususa Enkra, and 8 of them are females and 2 are males. If you listen to Newsnight, you heard Erastus talking about the latest updates. The police is asking for help to identify the victims. And so it's quite a sad situation that occurred this dawn. May the souls of the departed rest in perfect peace. Now, still with cars, our one and only Formula 1 driver, Kofi Bachman, or Kofi Sasa. Today he faced the court in Accra, and he's been fined 1,800 Ghana cedis. That is 18 million. Yes, the gentleman who decided to show his driving skills around the Opebia intersection in the Greater Accra region. Yes, today he faced court. Last week, if you remember, he turned himself in, and after he turned himself in, The next day when he was due for court, his family members and his lawyers went to tell the police that, please, Chairman is not feeling well. Temper justice with mercy. Of course, sickness is a big deal, you know. And so he couldn't go to court. And finally, he's been sent to court and he's been asked to pay 1,800 Ghana cedis. If you don't know the Fresh Boy Formula 1 driver, go to Facebook right now, LUV9.5FM. You see Boga right there. You see Chairman right there. You see the swag and everything, which looks like, yo, 1,800. I can pay that money. I can pay like 2,000. That's how he's looking over there on our Facebook page. But of course, go and see him for yourself. He might be your friend, and maybe he doesn't have the 1,800. So you guys would like to contribute and help him pay this particular money. Now, to also other news or highlights of today, yes, we understand maybe something brighter that we can talk about. Yes, Talo Oyo, Talo Ghana has commissioned a 16-unit block, dormitory block, yes, to the staff and students of Nsutama Senior High School. That's in the Ashanti region, and this is to support the school with the accommodation challenges. Yes, this is a project that's called the Talo Ghana Free SHS project. They've actually commissioned one similar facility at Insine Senior High School, that is in the Western region, and now Ashanti region has had its share. We understand that this is a project that has been spread over 15 years, over 5 years, and they're going to build 15 of such facilities for the next 5 years. So that's coming from also Talo, doing something to support government's free senior high school project there. Like I said, the first one was commissioned at Insine Senior High School. That's on your way to Axim in the Western region. Nsutaman has had their share, and so maybe you should look out for a community close to you, and things will happen. So that's what we have for you by highlights of the day. Of course, like I said, LUV99.5FM. When you go on our Facebook page, everything is right there. That's what we are showing. Now, to our trends for this evening, or the stories that we have for you this evening. Before we even touch on it, I don't know, maybe it's just okay. Is it to go down memory lane as people? Okay, no. I mean, okay. It's still fine to go a little into memory lane, and it's about this group of people.
We are giving the General Legal Counsel an ultimatum of 10 working days to take steps to remedy these errors.
Fietna say and a chame abedi eche wa mashef de fie Joseph Osewusu ehye say General Legal Counsel animu ya wo hye won say asukufo won dodo eye ahanan ene adukonko a wokotron so so pese obeye emranimfo a wanfa omo ni nyina no animu ya wonfa omo.
The law school is a creation of Parliament. It's a legislative body. So what can Parliament do? That's what I want us to focus on now.
Na sasemi enam se eye deputy majority leader oye emrahwebdwani ewe futu Alexander Kwamena Afenyo edeto abedefie for enum se sasama abeto honom no esese wo hwe no waka no animu ya.
I therefore move that this House resolve to direct Ghana Law School, and for that matter the General Legal Counsel, to offer admission forthwith to all those who obtain the minimum pass mark in this 2021.
Pomo esukufo kwa wendin ene National Union of Ghana Students awucha wenti awafre won nukes ayehie ma wode nsembi ato General Legal Counsel enimu se wamomo enefua edu eye esukufo awokotro ensohwe ewo eye emra ho ananka wo hwe enimu se obetimi age omo ewo omo kola no onso etimi abeye aloya for daache a wotro nso hwe ni wiye no omomo ahanan ene aduokronkron enso hwe ya wotwe wedi nkuko omu no won hwe se omu nada obesan age omo wonsem a woken nada eyetiawa esanse ebra esukufo yiko tro ensowe empenyumfo ede emra eba se obi biara obenya wo hamu enchichemu aduonu mu no sa nipa no enkunimdifo e won sowe nim nanso otwiro wiye no na sa emra na empenyumfo hyehye no sa emra no asesa.
We are giving the General Legal Council an ultimatum of 10 working days to take steps to remedy these errors. We would like to state clearly that beyond the 10 days, the union shall take steps to pursue legal actions against the General League.
They created a certain marking scheme where you should have obtained 50% in each section, and that if, for instance, you got a higher mark in section B and a lesser mark in section A, although if it's added, you get more than 50, to them you don't qualify. Mr. Speaker, this, I humbly contend, is repugnant. Students are frustrated. Students are traumatized. This is not a matter of closing in. If you say 50% is the pass mark, so be it. Just as politicians, when we get it wrong, they tell us. We are telling Ghana Law School that they're continuously frustrating students. They are making the study of law unattractive.
I know that there are a lot of institutions in this country that are very conservative. But you see, with the kind of problems that we have as a country, you cannot keep a conservative position and expect to make progress. This idea, I mean, with the greater respect to the former Chief Justice, we won't open up for anybody to become a lawyer. Who is anybody? Every Ghanaian matter, just as your son and daughters. It is not the sons of lawyers and doctors or politicians or the influential that have the only right to be able to have access to any profession in this country. If they don't know what to do, we can tell them that they must go and admit everybody who has passed before admission, before the next academic year starts. With this comment, Mr. Speaker, I hope that at least for once, this House, we can stand together and forget about which side you are, because this is something that is affecting all our constituents, regardless of which constituency they are coming from. It's affecting all of us.
You run open, transparent system. And if you recall our studies on the rule of law, the thing about rule of law is predictability and openness of the law. It must be predictable. This is not a predictable rule, and we should not endorse it. And it cannot stand. And the law school should not be allowed to get away with it this time. I recall when they brought their legislation here, I stood...
Taka Mubarak and also Hassan. Hey, what's his name? Is it Ayari? That he's also Ayariga. But he's not Hassan. Okay. I mean, they are all MPs, and they opened up the debate on the floor of the House, after which there came a resolution.
At the conclusion of the debate, the question is, all in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All against the motion, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Ghana General Legal Council is hereby directed to proceed and admit all the students who pass in accordance with the advertised
academic year.
What I would
rather add is that this House should commit to additional appropriation to the law school to be able to take care of the additional numbers.
On now.
Nasasimi and Namose, a deputy majority leader or ye Emrashebeni a Futu, Alexander Kwamana Afenyo, editor Abide Fear for Enumose, Sasama Abeto Honor, as a saw share no cano anymore in Muya.
I therefore move that this House resolve to direct Ghana Law School, and for that matter the General Legal Council, to offer admission forthwith to all those who obtain the minimum pass mark in this 2021-2022 academic year.
What I would rather
add is that this House should commit to additional appropriation to the law school to be able to take care of the additional numbers for the law school. I defended the law school against all sorts of attacks. But when they are wrong, I will also point it out that they are wrong. and we must not allow their wrongdoing to stand. We must reverse it. All those who pass must be given the opportunity so that if they want to make new rules next year, they should make them, and they should let all the students who are going to write the exams know those new rules.
I therefore move that this House resolve to direct Ghana Law School, and for that matter, the General Legal Council, to offer admission forthwith to all those who obtain the minimum pass mark in this 2021-2022 academic year, to enable them pursue their professional law program. Mr. Speaker, so move.
All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All against the motion, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Ghana General Legal Council is hereby directed to proceed and admit all the students who pass in accordance with the advertised rules of the examination. Thank you.
This, I humbly contend, is repugnant. Students are frustrated. Students are
for you tonight is that millions of people may no longer be able to use WhatsApp on their phones. Yes, beginning today, November 1, 2021, meaning that you could lose access to your messages, your chats, your pictures, your audios, and all the things that you do on WhatsApp. Now, the following smartphones will lose access to this popular messaging app. And so if you use these phones, please lend me your ears. Sony Xperia, Ebecount, LG Optimus 57, 5F, L3 dual 57, 11.5, F5 dual, okay, Huawei Accent Matte and also Accent D2, Apple iPhone SE, S6S and 6S Plus. iPhone 4 better we are say. Also, if you're on Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini, Trend 3, Trend Lite, Core, Ace 2, you can lose your access to WhatsApp, and that only certain handsets which supports newer software, such as the 6-year-old iPhone 6 Plus, will reach or will be eligible for iOS 15. That's according to the messaging app WhatsApp. So please, is your WhatsApp not working? Let us know, and we'll talk to the IT people and know what we can do to help you. Now to the football side. Tottenham Hotspurs, today of all days, they decided to sack their coach. If you don't know their coach, he's in the person of Nuno Espirito Santo. After just 4 months of being in charge, 4 months, they have sacked the man. They have sacked him. But that one is not so much of an issue for me personally, because which one the one that pains me is that Barca 2, we also sacked their coach last week. Ronald Koeman, he's actually also been sacked by Barcelona. If you are a fan of these two teams, what do you make of it? And on that note, I'm going to invite my gentlemen into the studio, Acho and of course Eugene here. Eugene, let me start with you. We'll be going into issues with police-military relations. Yes. So these three, where do you want to have your take?
Let me just pick almost all of them and just give some quick comments.
Okay.
On law, I have always said that seeing President Akufo-Addo in 2006, then I think it was GTV, he was then the foreign minister and he was in Russia. And see him, talk, his mastery of the language and all that, bet a certain love for me. So I've always loved the law. But, growing up and some of the things that have been happening, it's quite disheartening that, people will study, they will pass exams, or they will study, pass the LLB. Then there's a certain outmoded body. That's my belief. The General Legal Council is outmoded. We cannot have a certain system that is almost 1962 years, almost 61 years. And times have changed.
Okay.
Let me just give you some quick maths. We always say that Ghana, we do not have money. Do you know the quantum of money people spend to be able to seek the professional course or do the professional course in Gambia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria? And when they come, they just write the post score and they are called to the bar. So why can't you have a system where students who are willing to pay will just be allowed? When you finish the LLB, just go and do the professional course. And the various universities, Patricia, I don't understand how a university can train someone for 4 years for the LLB, but the same university do not have that prowess.
Does not have the powers, yeah.
Or do not have the facilities to train the person when it comes to professional course. Why can't the General Legal Council just be like an exams body or kind of thing? Just set the exams, but allow the various universities who have the faculties, the lecturers, and the people to be able to run the professional course. It's simple. And these students are willing to pay.
If it's not.
Because we notice, check the people who graduate from Gambia. Most of them are Ghanaian students. And these are the people who are making the mark when you go to the Gambia. Why should a Ghanaian
find it difficult in their own backyard?
I don't get it. And for me, I think that the Attorney General is also helping the case. Today when I read his response to Parliament, it's one of the most ludicrous statements I've read in my life.
It's quite a tall thing. We couldn't just share everything.
Simply, it's ludicrous and it's disjointed. Why? The Attorney General is now pushing to say that, Parliament do not have the power to do what they did, but he has the law. So he's been in office for some months now. What has he done? He's a member of the General Legal Council. What has he done? This injustice shouldn't have even been allowed for a day in this country. You see, there's another angle they're introducing that, the General Legal Council, the exams that the students wrote, there was never a pass mark. I did 4 years in Care University. I've done a year in Gempa. Which exams body, a serious one for that matter, will set an exams for students to write without a pass mark? Where do we make such arguments? You see, we are building a country, and we should know that the people in the country are learned, and such, kindergarten analysis shouldn't be made anywhere. And that argument is not even worth the paper the argument was printed on to submitted to Parliament. It's not fair. Which
one comes before the other? Crutch is the first one, and then you can do it.
Patricia, which exams body will set exams for people to write without a pass mark? So, based on this, on the ages logic, how then did the General Legal Council, the exams body, arrive at the number that was supposed to be admitted and those who failed? How did they come by that number? We shouldn't do this to people. Let's just say that, maybe we cannot admit you. For, as we heard the president also said space. We've heard several people also, make the case for space. Say that. But don't come and just play with our minds. It is not fair. Those students, the 499 of them, must be admitted. Because the rule of the game cannot be changed after the game has been completed. It's not fair. You cannot do that to the student. Imagine the mental torture. People have to study. I have friends in there.
Yeah, my friend was really mad.
People have to study. And for me, today, I'm happy about 2 members of parliament, Roxanne Dafiamapo and the MP for Medina, Francis Xavier, the embattled MP for Medina. They've actually, through the private members bill, is calling on Parliament to, amend, Act 32, which establishes the General Legal Council, and, look at some part of the various acts. I think it's a good call, and we must all look at this matter, with a national interest. We shouldn't introduce our politics in here. Because these are people, you see, when you have lawyers, let me just give people a little background. What is happening with our criminal justice system is that we saw that the case went to court and the judge squashed the case. The prosecution,
nothing happened. Failed to show up.
What you have is that you have police people who most of them know nothing about the law as state prosecutors. Do you get it?
Yeah.
When you go abroad, at least we have what we call the paralegals. We have lawyers in abundance, so they are prosecuting cases on behalf of the state. You have state attorneys. Even Kumasi cannot even boast, 100 state attorneys. But there's a region with almost 5 million people. I had 5.3 million. When you check the Ghana Statistical Service latest data, and you don't have even 100 state attorneys. When you check the legal aid system, how many lawyers are in there? They are not even up to 100. So how can you prosecute freedom and justice, which is the motto of this country? And you must know that justice and freedom is a key tenet of this democracy you are practicing. Because if you want the world to be the laws of this country to be applied equally, we need to have lawyers to prosecute cases for people. And we should look at this issue again. It's time Care University does an LLB, they can do the professional course. Legon can do the professional course. Central Investor and all the investors running the LOB programs can do the professional course. All what the General Legal Council must do must be an exams body where after your 2 or 1 year, whatever they agree on, you write an exams and you go to Makola. It's as simple as that. People shouldn't sit home for 4 years before that. And I'll be doing a great injustice if I end this submission without giving a shout out to Professor Kweku Asare.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's been very consistent. He's been very persistent. He's actually gone to the court to secure verdicts to support some of his arguments. And I always tell him that posterity will be fair to him. Because those who sat for such injustice to fester will one day answer for some of these things. Now, let me go to the Drabi incident.
Yeah.
You see,
Jessica. No.
You see, he should go to court or go to the police to report that he's giving a bribe. Then I would then urge assembly members, the 18 of them, to also go and give the money. He should go to court.
You know, interestingly, when you go on Twitter, people have actually tagged the IGP.
Yes. You let me start this way. You see, when you read the report Nana Yaljima filed on Joy, I read it before I came here. It said about 5,000. The source is saying 5,000. Yeah. The president has 8 nominees. So when you subtract the age from the 26 of them, it means that they are 18 assembly members. Now multiply the 5,000 by 18. That is 90,000 cedis. That man, what job is he doing to have that 90,000? To be able to, bribe people to vote for him. We should start asking ourselves some of these things. We should start asking ourselves, where are politicians, the political parties, getting some of these sources of funding from? Where are they getting it from? And Patricia, you do not need the foresight of a Jewish prophet to know that this 90,000 the man invested, he will recoup his investment in the 4 years.
Is, 900 million.
900 million. 900 million.
So when you add, you're hitting like a billion.
Almost a billion.
Okay.
For just and this is district assembly. So imagine what the MPs pay.
Yeah.
We saw the TVs people carried at Kwadaso. We saw it. 32-inch TVs for delegates. You see, it's time we address the creeping monocracy in our body politic. It is not healthy for us. And you see, we get to a point where we have criminals, people with questionable integrities, assuming positions of power. Because now we've reduced our politics to those who have the financial watches. But it shouldn't be so. Politics should be about those who have ideas, those who can change the status quo. It shouldn't be about those who can, who have deep pockets and can offer money to people. It's not right. And for me, that MC, if you listen to him, look at the kind of
the words that he was using.
I was amazed at such a character. So it even brings into question the various processes the president said occasioned the delay.
In fact, you should see the video on our Facebook page right now. If you don't know Safo Kantanka,
and Patricia,
the way he's just going up and down.
Before we end, you should play the guy's voice for people to hear. Calling people all sorts of names. And this guy was interviewed, vetted by people. Charlie, the Ashanti Regional Executive, they need to set up. And today I made a post on Facebook that, you see, I always say that our politicians do not learn from history. Imposition of candidates, you've seen that in Kumewu, you've seen that in Jabeng, you've seen that in other, districts and municipalities in the region. Formina should be a lesson to them. Amase in Akwetia should be a lesson to them MPP. You cannot impose candidates on people. You can do so as you did in Cape Coast. But ask yourself, you'll be going into election 2024. Even before you finish 1 year of your second term, you're saying break the 8. Will you break the 8 with such characters? They should ask themselves that.
Interesting.
Now when you go to space, Nuno Espirito Santo, great man. I like his beard. The way he keeps his beard and all that. I like him. But I think that his story and what has unfolded in the last 4 months is for me, the lesson in there is that God should grant us all the spirit of discernment. That when you are taking the next move or your next adventure, God should at least have a certain dream for you to see what will happen to you. Today, I made a post and I was comparing Hazard to Madrid, Coutinho from Liverpool to Barcelona, and Espirito Santo. He was just amazing at Wolves. You saw what he did with Wolves. Less budget, brought players, agent Jao Martinho. He was doing well with the Portuguese players, Rui Patricio and all that. He says he's going to Spurs, and 4 months he's sacked. But I think that the Malam Oli relies on is very reliable. Because we all know that Conte is the one in pole position to take the job. And we know that when Oli was going, it was Conte. But how Oli, consulted the man so that things work in his favor is very applaudable.
Oli serves a living God. I know my new fans will not be happy. No, we're going to do that. Let me give Ato his time also. General Legal Counsel, to admit or not to admit, 499 law students who got 50%. I mean, yeah, in the exams and still were denied. Parliament has spoken. Governor Dami says, take your something somewhere. Anyway, I mean, which one of them?
Well, when it comes to issues, yes.
Please, unofficial barrister. Unofficial.
Anybody who wants to come and challenge me, say that I'm not, they can come. And I prove to them what I do. As Eugene said, I don't think there is any serious examining body who will set questions and not set pass marks. If you are coming to the university, there is a mark that you have to attain and come. So nobody will set exam questions and say that I don't have. If you don't have pass mark, how are you admitting people?
You see, not to catch it reminds me of a very interesting story back at University of Ghana. It was one of our lecturers called Ansakwe at the political science department, and he set one question. You know the section C question, and you know the caption. He wrote one question, answer all, and he put the marks there. Now the rest of the two parts were the objectives and also the feelings. Where if the word is there and you make it A, you are wrong. And this man will later come and tell you, if you are sitting behind the paper and you think you've had 75%, which was A back then at the University of Ghana, then you leave the paper. So if you paper no answer no go when you must say. So such a lecturer. I mean, it's always shown on the sheet.
It is there everywhere. I don't understand what the AG is talking about. That
they didn't state anyway. So the thing that we read that was signed by the director.
Director, am I the one who went to post it there? It is as simple as that. If people have passed, admit them. This one, I don't even want to talk plenty about it because if you talk plenty about it, I might dirty myself and dirty
your profession,
my colleagues. Okay. So it is as simple as that. If you don't have a pass mark, set some and let the people who are going to write the exam know that this is our target. Let them achieve it and then come to school. It's as somebody wants to come to school to come and learn. That's one too is trouble for us.
Wahala. Imagine
government say that their payroll is full. You can't. So now I want to go and learn my law so that I can practice. Whether I want to practice privately or with whoever. That's one too. You will not admit me.
We'll be bringing you the audio of the former Chief Justice where she spoke about no mass production of lawyers, where he said people can go on the internet and don't worry, we'll be bringing you that voice very soon. Let's just continue the conversation.
This is not mass production. I have passed. Then why did you set the exams? If I have written the exams and I have passed, why you say you cannot? Why did you set the exams in the first place? How do they know how long it takes? The amount of money you have to spend on a place like KNUST campus to do LLB 4 years before we can qualify and go and write exams and come to Macau. If they don't take care, all people who are passing from LLB will not go and study Ghana School of the Law in KJT and join Loyalty and Marcelo and all those people and come and be a headache to us.
Okay. No, I mean, I hope we don't get there. That's fine. Hope we not get there. Yeah.
I hope we get there.
Please continue.
Talking about Tottenham Hotspur and Barcelona. But as for Barcelona, I'm actually happy that Koeman has left because if you look at it, he does not have the mental fortitude to lead Barcelona to where Barcelona is supposed to be, and the Barcelona that we have all known. You understand? Because personally, if I look at the Barcelona team, it is not bad. It is not a bad team. But it is the mentality of the coach that was dragging them behind. Yes, when Messi left, it left a void. We all understand that. It happened to us, Chelsea, when Hazard left. And we were all suffering small. We also had a coach, unfortunately, our legend, Super Frank Lampard, who came to tell us that the team that we had was not ready to challenge for trophies. And then, unfortunately for him again, Lampard was sacked. And another coach came in the person of Thomas Tuchel to come and take the same team. He did not add any member, any new player or anything. The same team. He picked it up and said that he's going to build a team that every other club will be afraid to play against. And he did it. And we won the Champions League. So as for Koeman, the Barca team that is there today, I believe that if a coach that has the mindset of a winner and a fighter comes to take charge of the Barcelona team, that team can do wonders. As for Tottenham, what is the man's name? Is it Levy? Daniel Levy. That man, I don't understand him. First and foremost, I think the mistake that they made as Tottenham was sacking Mourinho.
Yeah.
Yes. Sacking him a week to a final match. And then keep putting somebody who has never coached in his life in charge of a team. That is what caused Tottenham all the problems. And that is why Nuno Espirito Santo could not do anything after winning the first 3 matches and losing 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 against Chelsea, 3-0 against Arsenal, 3-0 against Manchester United. It is rather unfortunate. As Eugene said earlier, I don't think that he should have left Wolves and gone to Tottenham, because he was doing magic with his Portuguese players at Wolves. What was the other topic you spoke about, Eugene?
The Jabbing incident.
The Jabbing. That supposed MC who has paid people to vote for him. In this world, there is nothing more sorrier or sad than competing with yourself and losing. Not competing with anybody, with your own self, and then you still lose. I'm very happy that they took his money and they did not vote for him. It is high time we teach some of these people sense in this our Ghana. Like football teams who want to pay referees to help them win matches. Politicians who want to pay voters to vote for him, instead of voting on merit and voting on things that you tell us you can do, and proving that you can do them so that we can consider them and vote for you. You want to come and pay people bribe to vote. And then when we finish voting for you and you go and sit there, everything that will come to you, you use it to pay back the money that you used to pay people. So you don't do anything. I'm very happy that they have taken his money and they did not vote for him. If you are a referee and you are listening to me, I'm using this as an example. If a team owner comes to you and says, we are bribing you, give people red card, give us penalty and free kicks, let us win matches. Take the money, chop it. Don't give them anything. Nobody can do you anything. If they want to do that, come and see me. It is high time we teach some of these people sense in this our country. We are tired of people trying to pay their ways into everything that we do and bribe their way into everything that we do in this country. I want to talk about the WhatsApp that has stopped working on people's phones. If you paid attention to the list that came out, there was no Infinix phone that was mentioned. Now, there are two things involved. One, it is either that all Infinix phones can bypass and be able to use the WhatsApp application. That is one situation. It is either all Infinix phones can use WhatsApp, or the people who develop WhatsApp are telling us that Infinix is not a phone at all.
Is your phone affected?
Me. My phone is here. I'm chatting with people.
Anyway.
So why is it that no Infinix phone was mentioned in the list?
Okay.
Are they saying that Infinix is not a phone?
I don't think.
Or they are saying that Infinix is above all those things, so they are free to use the app.
Anyway, so you heard Ato Dadzi Patrick, the unofficial barrister, and also Eugene Osei-Tutu. This is still page 995 here on Love 99.5 FM with me, Patricia Amabonsu. We do this with you every Monday and Wednesdays at exactly 7 p.m. Yes, the things that you are talking about on social media, that's what we bring to you. And so we also have the privilege to invite you to listen to us live on the My Joy Online app or the Adom Online app. Click on the live listen or listen to live radio on these two apps when you download it on your Play Store, on your App Store, and you get to listen to us 100% seamlessly. Yes, on Facebook it's LUV 99.5 FM. Also, on Instagram, yes, we are there, LUV 99.5 FM. We are live also on TikTok, LUV 99.5 FM, and also Twitter at Love FM 995. Yes, we'll be activating the phone lines for you to join our conversation this evening. And when we do, yes, you can call 03220 83596, 03220 83597, and 03220 83598. And also WhatsApp is 055 1111995. Now, we want to take you to the Swami police station. Aye.
Say a time, Mambo time, Papa, and Muni. That's all my must say, we made it. Open the video. I mean, severe, why? Sudah phone ko. Apa bantu? Hey.
Severally, or something that comes up, and you ask yourself, what is the problem between these two institutions? Is it that one has inferiority complex, one feels higher than the other? How is it so difficult that, for lack or for want of a better word, you don't see? I mean, yes, people do wrong, and there are reactions which are given and all. But, I mean, this is what has happened. The committee has 1 week from Tuesday, that's tomorrow, to submit their report. And so, what should we expect from this joint investigation? Eugene, police, military in Ghana. One is for law enforcement internally, and the other, the military, is for external aggression. But we all know how we get our military into internal stuff. I mean, seriously, how can we really get them to coexist?
Glimpses of this show during the 2020 election results, and as we always say, we are not students of history. We don't learn. If you learn, you notice that Sinyane happened. Techima and South happened. Sefiri also happened yesterday. And all those who've seen the picture, jabbing, we saw a platoon. A platoon, or if I say platoon,
the regional minister says he didn't call for that.
I don't expect him to know that based on the drug committee findings. So let me move on. We saw a platoon of military men at jabbing. And for the record, I covered the 2020 election results at Jabin, so I know the place where I saw the vehicle.
Okay.
It cannot be a Photoshop vehicle, and I have sources in Jabin that confirm the presence of military. When you're going to confirm DC, President Kufuor wasn't in town. What business has the military got to do with civilian matters? If you allow such practices,
intelligence gathering, no.
At Ajabin, the confirmation of an MC who says what's his name? Bernard from Sikamame. See, we've allowed it to fester, and the military are becoming emboldened by the day. We saw a draft, and when you read the committee findings, I did the day of David, you notice that the military had no business
to be at a draft.
But you see, as I always say, the committee findings came. Ask yourself the white papers. that was issued, have they been implemented? No. So it's always a cycle. Committees, they will take certain allowance, drink tea, the most lavish of food, nothing. All that they will churn out at the end of the day, nothing will happen. Because we do not learn from history. Why should an arrest of a military person, who is first of all, not beyond the arrest of a citizen?
I mean,
even the president, when he commits a crime, though he's immune from criminal prosecution, he can be interrogated. So why must a military man's arrest lead to such scuffle? And when you read the report, there are even people who claim they were gunshots. Imagine the score of people around that runabout. Anybody could have been hit by a bullet. And such displays are not good for us. It's not time for regional ministers to be issuing statements and trying to, dress a corpse of a situation. We shouldn't do that. I always say that we should open the wound. We should apply the balm. We should apply the bandage so that the wound will not fester. That is how we treat issues. This instance, this one I was saying, 2010, a similar thing happened in June. Similar fashion. 2018, something happened. 2018, I think in Upper West, another incident happened, and now we have, in about 11 years, having 4 incidents. Ask yourself, when will it stop? It will stop when the various leadership of these institutions have an operating procedure which is respected by each officer of the agency. I don't see how FBI or CIA will be engaging in scuffle in the public. We shouldn't do some of these things.
Would you even know them? Would you even see them? Would you even...
And you see, when I listened to him interview this morning, and I said this last week, that I'm beginning to question the kind of revered, I'm trying to question how we see the military. When you check the Afrobarometer index, they always top when it comes to institution of the state that is really revered by the people and respected by the people. But I'm beginning to question that. And and the reason why I'm doing that is grounded in fact. Take Operation Vanguard,
the anti-Galamsey
and the anti-Galamsey fight. Where the people deployed? It wasn't the military. What did you see? Take Edra. Take election 2020. Take what happened in Swami on Friday. It's shameful. And whoever is leading the military now should know that that's very setup he or she inherited. That merited them in several Afrobarometer studies. Today I was going through some of them from 2010. They've come top like 7 times. I couldn't finish. Why are they declining? Is it because the leadership have lost its core values? Is it because we have accepted to use the military in purely civilian matters and therefore they feel comfortable engaging in civilian matters? We shouldn't do that. Kumewu, last 2 weeks or so, we saw what happened. We are going to confirm a DC. And if I say platoon, I mean that platoon goes the military circles. It's not more than, or it's not less than 12 people. For what? Confirmation of DC. When you do this, it means that you are embodying them to do some of these things. And for me, it's time to look at some of these matters.
Somebody has to call them there.
Exactly. And you see, there's another dangerous thing we are not seeing. Have you noticed now the military are the ones escorting money to our banks? Why are we using the military as if it's like a normal agency? When you read the Constitution, the provisions of the Constitution, it's clear the military has no business in civilian matters or matters of the civilian. That's why they do not understand the various practices of the police, where the police will talk to you and all that. DS is obey before complaints, so the bullet will hit you before you can try and explain yourself. That is how the military operates. And we need to be careful with this penchant to always bring in the military. Always bring in the military. We will see people, private lawyers in court, they are guarded by the military. We see ministers guarded by the military.
CEOs.
We shouldn't be doing some of these state CEOs who state institutions are running at a loss. We invest money in them, they come out a negative. Military men are guarding them. For what business? The military has no business in the politics of our country, in civilian matters. They are the barracks. When Ghana has a war with Cote d'Ivoire, as we nearly saw in 2010 leading up to the case that we had, they can go and fight for us. But we should limit the involvement of the military in purely civilian matters. And for me, I expect that the findings of the committee will interdict the officers who are found culpable and the findings must be made public. And they must ensure, I trust the IGP and the military high command to make sure that the various findings of these committee will be implemented, because the committee members will be paid allowances with taxpayers' money, and we demand that such officers are brought to book if they are found culpable, and even if they have to be prosecuted, they have to do that.
And talking of committee members, yes, the committee is made up of ACP Benjamin Osei Adai. We have ASP and Kofi. Yes, they are with the Ghana Police Service. And also we have Colonel Jonathan Kumado and Lieutenant Colonel David Adi, also of the Ghana Armed Forces. So these are the 4 people who will be producing a report by tomorrow, Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Ato, police phone na inhu omasem kan na saying that we keep seeing this. I mean, if you listen, if you watch the story, if you listen to the story since Friday, traffic offense, yes.
I believe that there is a disconnect.
Okay. Oh, so the vice president is the head of the police council.
Yes, he's the head of the police
and
council.
The president is the commander-in-chief
of the Ghana
Armed Forces.
So it's like the two of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, first and foremost, I believe that sometimes the members of the Ghana Police Service lose sight of their responsibilities and what they are supposed to do, and they end up abusing power that they don't have.
Okay, break that down. Lose the sight of their responsibility.
I'll break it down.
Okay, that's a very heavy
phrase. Now, if hypothetical situation, a civilian is a normal person is riding an unlicensed motorcycle, and you see the person, what are you supposed to do as an officer of the law? What is your responsibility and what are you supposed to do? If you will arrest the person and take the person to the station, innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
In Ghana, you are guilty until, by God's grace, you are proven innocent.
Hey, my friend.
And then whenever you ask, they say the person was resisting arrest. So they had to apply minimum force to get. Who measures and says that this force is minimum or beyond minimum?
Who draws the line?
Who draws the line? Constantly, we have seen police people abusing people. Arrest this person. They will not. Immediately they stop you. Hey, stop. The first thing is a slap.
Oh, I don't think they go around slapping people like that too.
Oh, I think they do.
Have you seen the policeman slap somebody?
I have seen it before.
And the person just standing there for them to slap him.
Listen, for example, I saw some at Anuga Junction.
Okay.
There was a driver driving a Toyota Echo.
Okay, yeah.
This is months ago, about 2 or 3 months ago. I was moving from a Take Junction going into town. And the driver was sitting in the car with a woman by his side.
Okay.
There was a police officer in full gear with a pistol on his thigh.
Okay, on his holster, yeah.
Had parked a motorcycle behind the car I'm talking about.
Okay.
And was talking to the driver through the window of the driver. And obviously the policeman was angry.
Okay.
Obvious. When somebody is angry and the person is talking and shouting on top of his voice, you see that person is angry. We have no idea what offense the driver committed, even if he had committed an offense. I'm talking about descending from Oforikrom to Anoga Junction, where the Oforikrom police station is just by your left.
I know that.
So if he has done something wrong, let him come or go and park inside the station. Take him inside, go and lock him. Why must you, a police officer, come and stand by his window, be asking questions?
And he lowered his window too.
The police officer stopped him, so he stopped and was answering questions. Before we saw, the man had thrown punch into the car and was slapping the driver. In the full glare of everybody. So why must you do this? Even if the person has done wrong, even if you catch an armed robber who is holding a gun, except if he is a threat to you or other people that you have to defend the other people by shooting him down. You are supposed to arrest the person and go and lock him up and process him for court. Is that not what is supposed to happen? So why is it that police officer will stop driver? Give me money. The driver says, let us not talk as if we don't know what is going on.
Police, driver, give me money. Says saying no send auditor fuel. I'm not saying say driver, please, no disrespect. I'm not saying it's all municipal or something, but seriously, every crocodile sales. How would you give the money to
Patricia? Let's not talk as if we don't know what is going on in Ghana.
No, at one time, Patricia, why have you picked form to join the Congo people when they start again? Because the way you're acting now,
no, seriously,
Constant. From today going, I'll start recording videos and bring them to you.
Okay, fine.
That green folio, small folio that is supposed to hold ID card for the total divers. Every time there's money inside, police stop them. Bah! Oh, this one, it is just 5 CDs that they want, and they will give.
I'll be activating my phone lines.
Before you activate the phone lines, I've told you, I'll hit here and I'll hit it. I believe that the military, I have friends in the military, I have friends in the police. I believe that the military, they are bored. Because for a long time, there has not been anything like war for them to do. So they are sitting in their barracks, they don't know what to do. What is your business going about among civilians? Police are supposed to be in their barracks. If they are supposed to have supply chains. People that supply them things they need in their barracks. You're not supposed to be seen with civilians.
Hey, they can't move.
To where? To go and do what? What is your business as a military officer with civilians?
Okay.
Yeah, Ato was talking about the police and the trotro. I remember that incident I report.
Yes.
There's one police I was from Fernampuchichi. On we Jakra broke so beje. Pure water, a bro so beje. He takes everything.
What would he?
Ampuchichi means that someone who doesn't reject it.
I know what ampuchichi means in the local palace.
But for me, I think that Ato is making a good point. It's not right. The two of them should just accept their roles. One is for external aggression and the other is for internal police. The police has every right to arrest a military officer who flouts the laws of this country. Even an MP is being chased to be arrested.
Nobody is above the law. But let us apply the correct procedure to arrest people.
03220 83596 03220 83597 03220 83598. You can join us in the studio with your comments now. Police military relationship. Yes, we are expecting a report, God willing, tomorrow from the 4-member committee set to investigate the Swami police station incident. Yes, Attorney General says, Parliament, your directive there, Yamutu, Atonsum. You can't push or force the GLC to admit the 499 students. That's according to Godfred Yeboadame. It's not me. He's the Attorney General for this country. Yes, if you are a Tottenham Hotspur fan, if you are a Barca fan, what do you also make of the coaches who have been sacked? And Jabbing, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Patricia.
Yes, please tell us your name and just lower the tone on your radio for us.
My name is Paul. I'm from Abropo.
Okay, Paul, you have the first minute.
On Friday last week, I witnessed what happened. But I didn't see the scene, but I witnessed the police and the military in the Swami police station.
Oh, wow.
You know...
Tell us what you also saw.
Like America, they take Navy first, Land Army second, and the Air Force third. The British and Ghana and their colonies, they use Land Army the first, the Navy second, and the Air Force third. And police, custom, immigration are paramilitary. Formerly, the police use what we call this thing. I forget the type of gun, small gun. But when armed robbers started using this automatic rifle, then the police was empowered to use automatic rifle. Even the police were trained by the military. And before, when they have good cordial relationship, when you see a police, you say, esprit de corps, and they move. Most of police, they use unlicensed car, but custom didn't beat them. When they see them, they just leave them to go. So it became an echo. Even the nearest to the military is the Navy. The police supposed to be in the same level with custom, immigration, and prisons. So their rank is not the same. But they must, because that Friday it was very, very hectic. People surrounded it. And if they started releasing bullets, imagine how many people that will die that day. So they will take this case seriously. And even I promise I want to authority to make something like gala match December. To organize matches between immigration, police, air force, whatever. They play match and unite them. So that things will be normalized. Their relationship will be normalized. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you so much. Let me speak to my next caller. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, this is Love FM. Please tell us your name.
I'm called Office, speaking from IPT.
Okay, Office. You have the next minute.
Thank you very much. I'm talking about the relationship between the police and then the army.
Yeah.
I think these days they have both left their lanes where they are supposed to operate. They have left them. And what I keep asking myself is, since the conversation started in the morning at your studio, whether the curriculum that is used in the training schools give them the mandate to do whatever they are actually doing. But common sense tells us that a policeman is not supposed to slap someone. When they even arrest you, they are not supposed to beat you. They are not supposed to hit you. But this is what has been happening, to the extent that people who are even under their custody fall sick and they send them to the hospital and they die. And if you look into the issue, you realize that the people have been beaten. It could be internal bleeding or whatever it is. So what curriculum is used in training the police in the police training schools that they attend? Now, this one CD that they collect at the roadside, is it part of the curriculum? That is the question. If you come to IPC here, when you just bypass the main UEW gate and you are coming to town, before you get to IPC, every morning they stand there and there's always traffic there, artificial traffic, collecting money from drivers. In the evening, they form a barricade around IPT. So when you are even coming, the cars are in. Meanwhile, there's a traffic light there. Yet the police people will be there. They are the first people that will stop you before you even get to the traffic light.
Okay, thank you.
And the cars crash into each other.
Wow.
They will not see anything.
Wow.
Now, so what is the curriculum that is used in teaching or in training them?
Okay, no
now,
problem.
The military too, let me just add this one.
Yes, please be rounding up for me. I have other people on the line.
You realize that the military too, like this kind of issue that we talked about, the military assembly kind of things, nomination, then they went there. What are they going to do? So if the politician doesn't know your operational standard or whatever you are supposed to do, when they come to tell you, please, I need men, go to this place, then you should now instruct them, or you should now let them know that it is not your duty to do that. But it's like they said they don't know what they are doing. These days, excuse me to say, the military, which I once held in high esteem. So this is the issue.
Thank you.
If the curriculums are loaded, they should go and then change
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much. I know that the military, the armed forces in general, and the police listen to Page 95. So 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. These are the numbers that you can call and join us in the studios for tonight. Are you a law student? Are you one of the people who didn't make it? Are you one of the 499 persons who have to be readmitted or have to be admitted by the Ghana Law School or the GLC? Let us know, what do you make of the latest development? Yes, police military relations in this country, how do you think we can fix it so that these two institutions pretty much gel as much as we think they should gel? And also, if you are, like I said, a Tottenham Hotspurs fan, the sacking of the coaches, Ole, yes, we don't know the God he serves, but whichever God he serves is really, really working wonders for him. Let me go on our Facebook page and I have a message from someone called Posiji who says he's sending us a message from Obuasi. He says, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Asari Gilbert also says, good show. And Depi Vib has come in with the favorite Abozege phrase. Anyway, so 03220 83596 03220 83597 03220 83598. At exactly 8:30 p.m., Bali will take over your radio with The Hook here on Love 99.5 FM. And so, as we wait for the calls, yes, let me give you probably your final 1 minute each, and when our calls come through, yes, we'll be talking. Eugene.
For me, I expect the president to immediately withdraw the nomination of the nominee for Jabin. He's failed twice. He's clearly proven by his demeanor.
And his Atta failed twice. Cape Coast people went again. They did the magic. Yes, see,
we are voting. We are not going to the shrine.
So for me, I expect the president to withdraw the nomination of Alex Kantanka of Jabin. He doesn't deserve to be an MCE by his utterance, his demeanor, and his posture today. He's an embarrassment to the high office of the president, and it's actually disappointed the president. And if the president cares, he shouldn't bring him for the third time. A new person should be nominated. Finally, I expect that the military high command and the police will resolve some of these issues, and it should be within their tenure that such events will not happen again. Ghana is running a democratic state. It's not the banana republic. And we cannot have two critical state agencies that are supposed to protect us internally and externally fighting among themselves.
They say brothers and sisters fight.
For me, I'll continue to say that I'm glad that people took the MC nominees money and they did not vote for him. They should continue like that. Anybody who bring money, we will teach them a lesson until they begin to stop.
If he was your uncle,
if you are my uncle and you bribe people to pay for you, offer. They should take the money. I'll organize the boys to come and take the money and give me share. We will chop and we will not vote for him, because if my uncle is doing that, it means he has no any good plan for us. Yes. That aside, the military and the people. Elsewhere, if you see military men in town, they have come back from deployment. They have gone to fight in Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria.
And they are coming back home.
6 months, 12 months, 18 months later. That is when we see them. We see their families. They are happy to see them. Here, they don't have any. As I said, they don't have anything doing. There's no war for Ghanaians to fight. So they are there. They don't have anything doing. Most of the people now, even military, immigration, police, going there is by if you have connection with people in offices. Yes. These people that we saw them queue at the stadium to go into immigration, I can tell you for a fact, plenty of them, they will not pick them because people have do protocol already and put their people there. So all these people, they don't have anything doing. They are just there. Plenty of them I'm not saying all of them. Plenty of them are just there to have a share of the national cake, because payroll is full. If we can pass there and enter the payroll, we will pass there. We don't have any work. They should donate some of them to Iraq and Afghanistan so that they go and fight and they leave civilian matters for us to handle. School girls, SHS girls are fighting, then they send military men to go and beat them.
The Kumasi girls incident.
I have not mentioned any name now. It
is
you who has mentioned it.
School, don't worry.
Are you? Somebody is driving. He knows a friend of his has gone to the military. He's driving. Some policeman does him wrong. He calls his friend, and his friend calls military people, and they come and fight. What is the meaning of this?
That's Ato Dadzi, also known as your unofficial barrister. You earlier heard Eugene Oseitutu. My name is Patricia. God willing, Wednesday will come your way with another edition of Page 995. We will be here to talk about the things that you are talking about on your social media timelines and discussing in your homes. Yes, which find its way on social media. That's what we will be doing here. Keep listening to Love 99.5 FM on our app. That's the My Joy Online app, and also the Adom online app. Download and just get to listen to virtually everything that we do here. Thank you so much for the calls and the messages. We very much appreciate, and let's all be good citizens. And of course, wait for what will come out of the report tomorrow. Yes, the 4-member committee report on the Swami incident. Have a good night and be safe.
Na police ni ndi moto anu ti moto na police ni su moto cross no bisa an saga no so an si moto anu so an sha helmet na sha na dia asuma ana police ni say si asuma say one no ni tintin na an si one ni no so soja ni no so an chira dia chira say o ye soja ni man o yi ni fu na ID ni o fu ni so be chira o to ni chira no mo say that e wu ya police ni ba ko aka no ayi fun to yi fun wi an say ni ba tu ni say police for good can ni enya kuma to mu si o bu say aso o ya na chira ya we so na tadi we twi no e wo ya twi na mu tio no
no o mo twi soja ni no
to mu tio no aba na we de ko no na we di abo no to we ya no we ya sana se o hura ga we sana se no je to so mi ansa no ye e ke no na man ko fo ni sa ba ko ko ke ene o huru chan se ni onye soja ni da o fra amma hu se o soja no no so yi fu ha na shi ono on de ne ba nti ani ba 20 so na to soja so ni aba ha na ma ni na so le ga ni ba
let's say udi adanse say aposifo no abu soja ni no
so no to ma no mo ya so omo bo
soja ni no